All right, good morning, guys. We're just going to take a quick cruise up this road. We're going to check out 574 County Road 672, which is what I turned on right there. What's great is this house is actually right before it gets steep on this road. Pull up to a corner lot, corner 672 in Bremrose. Nice corner lot. It is only a half an acre, and I'm going to point out some of the property boundaries here. But a nice paved driveway. I thought the house showed very well. Exterior is in great shape. Two-car garage. Just over 2,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. New construction. It was finished last year in 2020. Nice being in the corner lot. You get tons of privacy with the trees as a buffer between your neighbors. Closest one is the house that we just looked at there, and there is a property marker as it took a spin around the house. But let's take a look at the inside. Like the speckled steel hand railings. And what I noticed is everything's very clean, but when you look at the stairs there, they use that backsplash quite a bit throughout the kitchen and the bathrooms, and it looks like a rough edge, but what it is it's rough stone with a polyurethane like lacquer on top of it to kind of bring out that shine instead of a more of a dull stone. But I thought it was pretty cool, very modern. Everything was in great shape. Obviously, it's only a year old, but they took care of the property. Nice island. And the finish is there, and I'm hoping my camera picks this up for you guys, is more of a rose gold finish on most of the hardware. Soft close cabinets, not only in the kitchen but also in the bathrooms. You get your farm base sink. A very modern feel to this house everywhere you go. Perg floors. Let's take a look, and which is great is anything that's on the west side of the house has views of Quandary, which I was very surprised. I'm hoping that my camera does a good job of picking this up. It's still not do it justice, but you have power lines out front. You can see the neighbors across the way, but it's definitely a open floor concept. You do have an option to put in a gas range. It is electric right now. Vaulted ceilings. You do have the dark exposed beams and the floor to ceiling fireplace, which is gas. I think this dining room area right here is large enough to fit a table for 8. Again, all the windows were in great shape. I think there's going to be a punch list here with this house of just a few different things that need to be finished up, and you'll see that with the fireplace coming up. But just miscellaneous things that need to be cleaned or paint on the windows, things of that nature. But again, there's Quandary Mountain right there, looking out to the south of the house, which I think would be a good spot if you wanted to do a fire pit outside. But very nice wraparound deck. Has a gas plug-in outside for a gas grill, so you can hook into the natural line. It was all-weather decking. Again, I'm hoping to do a good job here of catching the views. It looks like the trees are blocking the views, but really it's not. They're in your face. Great mountain views. And that is the entrance to the master bedroom with a nice little nook there. I think it'd be nice to have some Adirondack chairs. Again, same speckled steel railings, and you get the same view from inside the living room. Now, the only kicker to these trees that you see is they are right on the property line, so majority of those are actually on the neighbor's lot, so you won't be able to cut those down, but I think you do get enough unobstructed views from the deck and inside the living room. But take a spin around here in the living room. As you can see on the fireplace, on the edges, the trim needs to be finished. Stone with gas fireplace. Again, just a very modern feel. But you can see what I'm talking about with the view here. I feel like I just don't do it justice with the lens on my phone. But really, really great views. Plenty of room to put a sectional sofa or a variety of different furniture up in the living room. Let's take a look at the quarter bath on the main level. Again, even the cabinets and the bathrooms are soft close. A little cameo from our camera guy. As you can see, the backsplash here goes from floor to ceiling, but it's that same rough cut stone that has the lacquer on top of it to bring out a shine. And let's cruise back to the master bedroom, master closet there. I'll take a peek again in there. What I liked about this house too was they did Norman shades that were all hooked up to a remote system. I didn't demonstrate it on here, but I figured to have everything open. But again, great mountain views from the master. You have your own separate deck entrance. Tons of light coming through, and I filmed this at about 10 o'clock this morning. As you can see, we got some snow. We'll take a look at, again, vaulted ceilings. I thought were fantastic throughout the house. Even when we get downstairs in the lower den in the garage, everything's between 10 and 12-foot ceilings. What I did notice is the master closet is a little small. Like, there's plenty of space, but it's not a gigantic closet. And there were no pocket doors for the closet as well. But same style cabinets and backsplash. His and her sink. Same light fixtures that you see above the island in the kitchen. They were very consistent with the sinks throughout the house and the tile used. I thought they did a good job just keeping everything on the concept of white and clean with dark fixtures. Let's take a little look out of the bathroom window. Again, there's Quandary, and we'll take a little peek, and that's Red Peak that you can see from the deck as well. But again, very nice master bathroom, I thought. Makes the master suite seem that much bigger. This is something I noticed with the house is now the bedrooms are a good size, but they're not huge. That was a king size bed in the master bedroom. And downstairs, you'll take a look and see what size these bedrooms are. But at the vaulted ceiling in the entrance, I like that the staircase is actually wider than a normal staircase. Hopefully, the camera picks that up. Straight ahead, we'll take a look in there here in a minute, but that's a mudroom, laundry room, and the entrance to the garage right here. 2-car garage plus an extra workshop space, extra storage, as well as your boiler system. So this house is on in-floor radiant heat. Give you different zones, tankless water heaters. Very nice setup that they did in here. It's what everyone's going to, especially in any new build. I feel like that's what we're going to find in the majority of the homes up here in the mountains. We'll take a look at this laundry room. Very simple. It's nice that there's a window in there as well. Thought there's tons of light that came throughout the house, came into the house. I think you get creative between this space as well as the next storage area that we're going to look at, which is underneath the stairs. I think coming in from the garage, you could the garage was heated, so you could either have a mudroom outside or have some sort of storage for all your gear inside this closet. Hopefully I do a good job here is showing the size of this den. I don't believe it's going to be big enough for doing sectional movie theater type setup downstairs, but I do think you could make it into a comfortable space or even a small game room and have your living room type setup upstairs. But what we're looking at right now is if you can see the construction fence right there, that's the property line. So it's a very small backyard, and most of those trees are going to be on your neighbor's lot. So we won't have the option of clearing any trees out, unfortunately. But again, I still think we got good views. This is going to the south side of the home underneath the deck. I think you could get creative with this space for a fire pit area, but also where I'm standing filming right now, I think would be a great space for a hot tub as well. All weather synthetic decking. I'll jump back in. I think you could get very creative with this space, but again, it was a little smaller downstairs. You get the full bath, consistent with the fixtures that were upstairs and the backsplash. Again, the darker soft close cabinets. And I thought this was very unique. They did a barn door style sliding glass door for the shower. And let's take a look at our guest rooms. Now, I think you can go one of two ways with these bedrooms. Being the size they are, this is the smaller of the guest rooms. But I still think you could get away with doing a bunk style room in this room, or also putting a full or a queen. But I don't think that this room I'm standing in right now is big enough for a king. I think it'd just be a little tight. And again, looking to the west for quandary. Big windows in there. I think you could get pretty creative though with the way you do beds in this room, and then a nice size closet with a sliding door. And now let's go take a look at the bigger of the two guest rooms. There's a queen bed in there right now. I think you could do a king in this room, and or um, again, different styles of twins over fulls or twins over queens, and make this into a bigger guest space. But I really about the same size closet, maybe just a hair smaller than the master closet, but a good size closet. I think you could even make this room bigger by knocking that wall out and making the closet smaller, but that's another project in itself, and I don't think it's necessary. But just to open it up even a little bit more if you wanted to make it this into a bunk room. But I'm sure the sunsets from this side of the house would have to be amazing. Another good look here at the den. And that's it from the house, you guys. Thank you so much for taking the tour. I'm going to take a drive out just so you can see what it looks like leaving the house. And at the end of this shot, because I'm going to go fast, you'll see the highway. And it took a minute and a half from the highway to the house. So hopefully it gives you a good look. Thanks so much for taking the tour with me, you guys. I appreciate it. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great weekend.